Hey guys, we're here with the UVI men's head coach and women's head coach here at the UVI Wellness Center. We're going to talk a little bit about Paradise Jam and bring you up to date on their teams so far this season. So coaches, just give me a general consensus of how you guys feel about your team so far this year.
Well, I believe that, right now we've kind of underachieved. We have a long way to go as far as the program's concerned and as far as our team is. But the guys are playing hard, they're competing, they're trying to do the little things that I ask. But we have to find a way to get it done. But I really think there's going to be a turnaround here in the next 2 or 3 weeks. We have a couple guys that are going to end up eligible soon. We're going to keep our fingers crossed, and once his grades come out, and I think they're going to make a big difference as far as where the program is going.
Oh, well, I know we are underachieving. I think I have some great young ladies. They are really giving everything they have. I have seen so much improvement from our last game to now, especially due to our practices. So I'm just very hopeful, and I'm very excited for what's to come.
Coach, you guys started the season at home in October, but since played 7 straight road games. How does it feel to finally have a game coming up at home this Saturday?
Feels great. I know the girls are very excited. They're super excited. They have developed a fanfare amongst the local community. So I know they're ecstatic, and I'm ecstatic because it's a home game. I don't have to jump on a plane right now.
Recently, the last road trip was in Louisiana and Puerto Rico. In the Louisiana road trip, you played Loya twice. The second game, you guys performed much better than the first game. How did that progress come about in between the 2 contests in such a short period of time?
I had some young ladies who finally got my message. They finally understood how good they are. We always underachieve because no one really realized how good of a team we are, how hard we play. And we actually changed up everything. We actually do owe some credit to the Xavier women's team, because that's where that spark came, and that's where these young ladies saw how good they were. And they really wanted to carry that on. If the head coach hadn't kicked the chair to get a technical foul, it might have been a victory. But we'll take the moral victory for right now.
And then that game was on the Tuesday of the road trip. You fly down Thursday and grab your first victory of the season. How did that feel?
Ecstatic. As a head coach, your first win, and especially to have it on the road, and especially to have it in a very hostile environment. That was just a great feeling, not just for myself, but for these young ladies. And we were just really pleased with it.
Coach Jones, you had a similar experience with Michigan Dearborn, had 2 games against them. First game, not so great. Second game, though, much better performance from your side. What adjustments did you make in between the games to really propel your team to improve their play?
Well, we changed some things defensively. We handled the ball screens a little bit different, and we made a commitment to the defensive end. The first night when we played Kyle, I just felt we was going through the emotions on the defensive end, and we really wasn't playing the basketball. Second night, it became a little bit more personal. Guys were, committed in defending late in the shot clock, where we wasn't doing that the very first game. And we just ran out of gas. People don't remember, we were up 5 with about 8 minutes to play. We're still only playing 7 or 8 guys, and 4 of those guys are freshmen, and 3 of those 4 are walk-ons. And so we just ran out of gas, ran out of juice, and sometimes when you get tired, you get a little sloppy. And we had some critical turnovers down the stretch.
Both teams have local talent. Rhea Benjamin for the women's team, and I know Drake Elliott and Kamoy Lake for the men's team. What does having that local talent participating at the university level bring to crowd atmosphere and just in general?
It's big. I think it sends a message to everybody that the UVI athletic program wants to recruit inside out. We want to make sure that we get the best talent here on the Virgin Islands, and then work our way outside the Caribbean. But it's been wonderful. I think Kamoy Lake is going to end up being a pretty good player, and he's a freshman, so he's going to make freshman states. Drake Elliott is an undersized post guy who's playing well for us and is starting to figure some things out based on his ability. And then don't forget, we got Ishmael Carino, who's from St. Croix.
Exactly.
And so, you know, we have several local guys that are contributing to this team, and I'm so glad to have them.
Yeah, I'm ecstatic having local kids. One, because I'm local. I remember when Coach Jones and I decided to come down, one of the things that we both spoke about was trying to make sure that we got the local kids engaged in college ready to play. Not only do I have Rhea Benjamin, but I also have Takesia Richardson from St. John.
Okay.
I have Parissa Terrell, who was not eligible this year, but she's going to be a great asset for the institution in the future. You know, there's several other local talents that I am actually looking at right now, both on St. Croix and St. Thomas. I'm trying to give the island, like Coach Jones said, we recruit in and then go out first. I'm just excited for, like you said, the fanfare. You know, as people understand the type of local talent that we have, and you know, Takesia Richardson is a sleeper. You know, I'm amazed no one realized how great this kid is. She's really good. You know, you would remember her as far as when we played those first 2 games. She was my defensive kid. She was at the top of my zone, and she literally shut them down. And no one has even seen her offense yet, and it's actually pretty good. So, you know, it's good. I really hope that we can continue this process of recruiting inside out.
So, coaches, what do you think this new aspect, this new direction of the UVI lady and men Bucks is going to do for not just the local community but sports in a whole for UVI? I know that in the past we've had, you know, Bucks who have not been able to sail, but now we have a team that's actually teams that are jiving, they're moving. What do you think that we can expect for you guys in the next 2-3 seasons as you guys continue to graft the talent that we have, bring in more talent, and be able to step up the level of play that we have in the Virgin Islands?
Well, for us, I think it's really big for the community. I think the community deserves to see a good product out there on the floor, and I think that, you know, we're moving in that direction. You know, it doesn't happen overnight. You know, what we ask is for people to be patient with us. You know, every year since I've been here, we've gotten better. And so I think, you know, you're going to see more people, you know, coming to the games, more people even wanting to attend the university. On the other side of it, when we go to the mainland, the exposure that the university is getting, you know, when they see, you know, the Bucks out there playing, when we're in Atlanta and we're in Miami, there are people that never heard of the University of Virgin Islands. And now, you know, UVI is on their radar, and they're considering to, you know, attending school here. So I think it's something that you really cannot measure right now, but you're going to see the benefits, and the community is going to see the benefits, and the university is going to see the benefits in years to come.
For me, in about 2 to 3 years, it's exactly I consider this program growing. Like Coach said, for the past 3 years that we've been here, we've seen an improvement, not just in just the community, but as far as the acceptance of us within this community. We do need to do a better job within our community to get them more involved and coming to our games. But I told a story about 3 months ago. I left and went to a conference, and while I'm stepping off the plane on Orlando, we landed in Orlando last year, playing several teams within that area. This guy just stepped up to me and said, "Man, you must be that coach from UVI," because I had on this exact shirt here I had on. So we're being recognized. We are definitely on a lot of individuals' radar. Just me visiting my family in Atlanta every year. In that Marietta area that I live, I get questions asked 24/7 about the university. You know, life on the university, life on the island. So there's interest indeed.
When it comes to recruitment, for the people that are out there, what would they need to become a buck? Whether a male buck or a lady buck, what are the requirements for them to become part of the university's teams, and how would they get in contact with you if they have interest, if they're not locally on island?
Well, for me personally, if you want to become a lady buck, show interest. You can definitely reach us here at the Sports and Fitness. You can reach us through our email address, school email address. Just show interest, reach out, get information. Literally, send videos of yourselves. Just do what it takes for someone to for them to get your attention. For me personally.
Well, in some requirements with the NAI, they have to have a 860 on their SAT. And they have to have over a 2.0, and they have to be in the top 50% of their class. So in order to even be considered to play college basketball, the academics is going to have to be in order. The second thing is, you have to get in the gym. You have to spend some time working on your craft. What we used to say in old school, you have to go to the lab and you have to put in some work. And that's what I see here on the island. There's some natural talent here on the island, but there's some student athletes that really need to focus on their game to play at this level, because it's a total different level. And I think, we have about 3 or 4 locals that are really surprised as far as how good you have to be to play at this level. And the same goes for me. You can reach me at jeffrey.jones@uvi.edu if you have any questions, and I'll answer them the best I can.
Saturday is going to be a jam-packed day of college basketball here at the university. The women's are going to get things started at 1 p.m. against Rush College, and then there's going to be the consolation rounds of the men's Paradise Jam, and the nightcap of Saturday is your guys' game against Rush as well. Coaches, what do you expect from Rush University, and what type of games will we see with the university involved with this weekend?
Well, from the men's side, Rush University is going to get up and down the floor. They love to run, they love to score points. They're going to be very, very athletic. They have number 2, I can't think of his name right now. He's second in the nation in scoring, and right now we have Keith Gilmore, who leads the nation in scoring for us. He's averaging around 30, 31 points a game. So it's going to be a fast-paced game. I think whichever team controls tempo is going to have a chance to win. Just because we don't have the depth that we used to have, and I don't think that we can get into a running game with them. I think we're going to have to pick up spots, and when we're going to run, slow it down when the momentum has changed. But I think it's going to be a fan-friendly game. I think it's a game that everybody needs to come out and watch. Different contrasts of styles, and let's represent the Bucks in the Paradise Jam.
All right, for me, I think on the women's side, they're a big bruising team. They're very great at offensive rebounding. Number 3, who is their best player, scored 28 points 2 games ago. And they have a big girl, I'm not sure if it's number 20, but she is actually leading the nation in offensive rebounds. So I think it's going to be a great game. I hope I'm smart enough as a coach and got my girls prepared for it. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a battle. It's going to be a very physical game. But I think these young ladies are well prepared for it.
With the NCAA teams that are coming down here, what are some teams that you guys are excited to see, programs down here? I know we have the men's field starting tomorrow on Friday, and an absolutely unheard of women's field. So who are you guys excited to see in the NCAA divisions that are coming down here to travel?
I'm a fan. I'm a basketball junkie, so I love it. I've been sitting there all morning, watching practices. We had practice 5:30 this morning, and I went straight to, watching all the schools. And so, I don't have a favorite to win. I just want to see good basketball played the right way, watching kids enjoying themselves, share the basketball, competing, and I think it's something that everybody needs to come and watch. This is top basketball at the highest level, and we're blessed to have Paradise Jam have their 20th year anniversary here in the Virgin Islands. So let's see what happens. Let's see who's going to finish strong at the end, and I look forward to an exciting tournament.
First of all, let's congratulate Paradise Jam on 20 years at this. Yes, they may be an outside entity, but they do represent the Virgin Islands. Unlike my compadre over here, I have a favorite, you know, but it's going to be in the second week. South Carolina, you know, I have to go with the local girl. I'm so excited. I'm really proud of her, and I can't wait for her to be here so I could give her a big hug and tell her thank you, because she has really represented us well. Men's side, you know, I'm going to be a junkie with Coach. You know, I'm really trying to enjoy what I'm seeing here, but week number 2, you know, I got to go to the local.
Aaliyah Boston that you mentioned currently leads the nation in blocks per game for women's. They have another game tonight against South Carolina Upstate, but maybe a few games before they come down here. But jumping up into the polls, they're number 5, which means that 3 of the current top 5 teams in the country are going to be here for the women's field. And Oregon's already beat Team USA. Baylor is usually good. Louisville's also number 8, and then Indiana's 21. So absolutely 5 out of the 8 teams that are going to be here week 2 ranked in the top 25. Extremely excited for that. Coach, is anything to add before we wrap up today?
Well, I personally want to thank you guys for all your support, you know, coming out and, helping the university expand its athletic program and the support of the men's basketball team. Thank you for that. And I just want the fans to know, you know, we need to have you at the games. This is a process. You know, Rome wasn't built overnight, and it's going to take us time. But we're slowly getting there, and we love to see 2,000 or 3,000 people at our game Saturday night at 8 o'clock when we play Rush University.
All right, I'm with Coach Jones. Rome wasn't built in a day, but it was built. And that's where we're trying to get to. So we need your support. If you want us to have a great program, you need to be there supporting us as much as we support you. We thank everyone, especially you guys, who have always supported us and always been there and always kept us very well encouraged. We thank everyone in the community who has done the same. But, you know, forgive me for being greedy. We need more. We need your support. We need you there cheering on both the men's and the women's. The women will start at 1 p.m. on Saturday. I expect to see the community there. I expect to see you guys ready to allow Rust College to see exactly what the Virgin Islands is. And then at 8 p.m. that night, I expect to see everyone back and ready to go. Let's get crazy. Let's get wild. Let's get VI.
Thank you guys for your time today. And our viewers, I just want you guys to know, stick and stay with Mad Hog Media for the latest and greatest in Virgin Islands sports.